Howdy y'all, got the Bulldog on the channel. Kind of a short video today. I did not film myself doing this job. It was a rear evaporator core replacement on, I believe, a 2013 Chrysler Town & Country. Now, through the course of this, I was, kind of worried about one thing that I've dealt with on every one I've ever done. And I've done probably, I don't know, I don't think I've done a dozen of them, but more than half a dozen. And it hasn't been very long. I mean, like 2 years, 3 years maybe. We're a low volume here. It's just me and the owner. But here's a problem that we have. Here's the evaporator core, and this one wasn't as bad as I've seen, but this part here is all corroded. These bolts corrode into there because it's right behind the rear wheel. There's no mud flap or anything to save it. It's just, it has road salt getting thrown directly up on this at all times. And although aluminum does not rust, it does corrode. And right along here where they seal, they'll start to leak right here. You can see there's refrigerant dye all over this right here. This is all pickled. That discoloration there is where it's actually been eaten away. There's a white powdery substance on that. That's the corrosion. Now down here it is much, much worse. The hole, you got these two tubes that come up here, and then we got a clip that goes down on it, and there's a hole through it to bolt this on. Well, what happens is between this aluminum piece that goes on here and this steel piece, it corrodes the hole completely full, and this thing locks into place. These things act as ribs to hold it all there, and it is a nightmare trying to get it loose. And of course, this is all aluminum. It's delicate. You can't put enough force in it to break it loose. So I was sitting there trying to, either twist this off and get it shorter, or nailing it with my air hammer, trying to vibrate it. But that's kind of difficult to do too, because this is up in the cab of the vehicle. And I thought, well, after I dug around on this for about a half an hour with a straight pick, trying to get up sideways along the side of this, I decided, well, you know what? I wonder if they make a hollow drill bit, like a boring tool, that you slide over top of this thing and bore its way up through there, because this hole in this aluminum piece that is now gone, because I've got the van done, it's driving right now. But if I have something that's skinny enough to go up inside, but still small enough, or still big enough to go around this, then I could just cut up in here and grind all this stuff out of there. Well, this is 5/16, 8mm. So I grabbed a piece of 5/16 fuel line, straightened it up, and I cut some teeth into it. Kind of hard to see, but I cut some slots in it, sharpened some teeth into it. Then I heated up the end of this and dunked it in some used oil to temper it, make it really hard. And then there is a way to get on this straight down below there and just work my way up on there. Ground all the stuff out of there, and when I did, it just popped loose, no problem at all. Now, I don't know if they make a tool for it. I looked around, they got hollow drill bits for boring tools, but they're usually bigger on the outside, so they won't go up in that slot without damaging the other piece. You have to be able to take things apart so that you can put them back together. Any idiot can take it apart. Is being able to put it back together afterwards. Now, we did get a bolt kit, this AC valve plate, 926-8380 Dorman. That is this piece right here that does not come with the evaporator core. We do that because you can't hardly take this thing off. I think I've done one where I was able to take this apart. I've even cut slots in the side of the expansion valve here to get this piece off without twisting the bolts off, and then working on the bolts, and then they still twist it off. So now we just get a new plate. That bottom plate is part of the low side line, and then it clips onto the high side line. So replacing it by itself means replacing the whole line. We don't want to do that. That's unnecessary expenditures. If you can get it done for the customer cheaper without tearing up more stuff, that's better. I just wanted to get on here and just try to explain that most mechanics, I say most, I don't know them all, but good mechanics work for ways to make it cheaper for the customer. Can I buy a tool for $200 or $300 to do that? Probably. I could make it for 25 cents and 10 minutes of my time. It saves the customer money because you don't have to buy extra parts. It saves me money because I can get it done in less time. I can just zip, bore that up in there. It comes apart without damaging anything else. I get more done, customer spends less money. A good mechanic looks for ways to do that. And sometimes that means making tools to do it with. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.